Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Lovely to see you this evening. And I am so sorry that there was a bit of confusion over the night and when it was and all the rest of it, particularly for old Terry Malloy. Hello, Terry, who definitely got a bit confused today due to my email coming out with the wrong date, then my email coming out cancelling that date, then my new email coming out with a new date, and then my assistant Nan telling Terry that the webinar was actually all over and that it would be recorded. So I apologise for that. Now, can everybody hear me? Can you all hear me? Just say yes, Joe. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Ken can hear me. Oh, good. Jane, Adrienne, fabulous. Now, guys, guess what? We are a very small group this evening. Only 13 people on the call. So it's a very nice... Oh, Jane. Jane can't hear me. Why can't you hear me, Jane? Turn your speakers up. Yeah, there's only 13 of us on the call, guys, which is all 14 now. Somebody else is arriving, which I think is kind of nice because it means we get a bit of personal one-to-one attention tonight. Oh, it's the 13 that's the shock, Jane said. Yeah, well, I sent it out to 80 of you. And obviously it was a bit late notice, wasn't it? So let's be fair on the people that couldn't make it. It was a bit late notice. But I did say that I would do a follow-up webinar, and I will do another one post-launch when everything's settled down a little bit. So tonight, guys, really, it's about you. It's a question and answer webinar. I just want to catch up with you guys, find out how you're getting on, find out how your businesses are going. Everybody say hello to Jared, because Jared's here on the call with us tonight.
Hello, everybody.
Say hello, Jared. Hiya, Jared.
How's everybody doing?
Come on, guys. It's only 14. Give us some attention. That you're currently you are all 82% attentive. 18% of you are doing something else. It's amazing, this GoToWebinar control panel stuff, isn't it?
I'm just curious. How did Jane know that she couldn't? How did Jane respond saying that she couldn't hear you if she couldn't hear your question? I'm just curious.
Oh, no, she said, that's very good, Jared, yeah. No, she said she could hear me. She was just shocked at the fact that there were only 13 people on the call.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, can you hear me? No! Really? Okay. So, guys, come on, let's have some questions. Let's get going. Put your hands up. You may not have a question, but don't worry. Just tell me how you're getting on. I want to know how you're getting on, what you're doing in your businesses. Do you know how to put your hands up, guys? Go over to your little hand and put it up on your webinar panel. I would love to hear your questions and find out what you've been up to. Great. Andy Moore. There you are, young man. The lovely Andy Moore. Let's go and have a chat with Andy. I'm just going to unmute you, Andy. Hello, Andy.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. How are you, my love?
Okay, yeah, I'm very well, thanks, darling. Yeah, very good. Well done for getting this together at such short notice. And, yeah, I saw the emails flying backwards and forwards today and yesterday. But well done.
My apologies for that.
And welcome to everybody who made it.
Welcome, everybody.
What I'd like to say basically was, yeah, I'm a little bit behind. I think you saw my email today. I'm a little bit behind on what was going on last week. For one reason or another, I've had various problems here. But what bits I did see, I must admit, I did find a very, very slight difficulty with the technicalities of it. One thing I did notice that I think might help me a little bit, I don't know why, but it would be great if I could see a bit more of your screen, in other words, where you're clicking. Quite often, you know, things just suddenly appeared on the screen that you were showing without me being able to see what you'd clicked to get it there, if you see what I mean.
Okay, yeah.
I just thought it might be a bit more helpful if you could sort of like pull the picture back a bit so we can see where you're clicking. And that's one thing I would just like to, it's just an observation that would help me. Another thing, and I think I mentioned it on the weekend, is Could you slow down a bit, please?
Sorry, Andy, did I go a bit too fast?
Just that little bit, yeah. If you could just slow down a bit, because not only is the cursor whizzing round at lightning speed and in and out of vision, but then you're talking and saying this, that, blah, 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 and then before I know it, I think, hang on a minute. Now, I don't mind starting and going back over the video. That's no problem at all. But at parts, I thought, hang on a minute, what's going on here, and how did that happen? How come, this and that happened? But no, they're just observations. So
great feedback, thank you. No, it's feedback I need. That's great stuff, because it's always good to know these things, Andy, so I can improve what I'm doing and make sure that I am covering everybody's needs. So great feedback, thank you.
No, you're welcome. It's probably me. I'm getting on a bit, and things aren't going as quickly as they used to, of course. But no, it's great. Everything's fine. I'm looking at the social network website at the videos for. And again, I think you saw my email today. I put a question up there about, I was a bit confused as to, I think you were putting forward the WordPress as opposed to, this is where I get confused. What is the advantage of the WordPress over using your one of those 4 frames, iframes, with images and opt-in? So what's the big deal there? Do you know what I mean? I didn't quite understand why WordPress is being pushed forward, and also why would I now have to just do exactly what you've said on your videos as far as the WordPress part goes, or would I have to get my WordPress hosted with Chris Farrell's hosting as my other websites are, or does it automatically? Do you know what I mean? I'm a bit confused about that side of things.
All right, let me try and clarify it a little bit for you. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
The iframe templates. The reason that I created the iframe templates was mainly because I had originally created the opt-in page generator, and everybody had found that incredibly helpful. And so I thought, great, it would be a really good idea if we can create lots of templates just like the opt-in page generator, so that everybody can go and create iframes without having to worry too much about knowing about loading web pages and FTP and stuff like that. Yeah?
Right. Yep.
Now,
okay, that's understandable.
Yeah. Now, the templates are okay. They're good. They certainly do a job. The drawbacks with the templates are that you can only add one tab per page.
Right.
So just because of the way the application is, once you've added a page on here, so for instance, if I just added this free templates page, I wouldn't be able to go and add any more iframe tabs to this page using the templates.
Right.
Right, because they only allow you to add one app per page.
Right.
And,
no, I'm with you.
Yeah, and also, even though the templates are pretty good, the best way to use the templates is to know a little bit about HTML and get into those spaces where it asks for text and stuff and load it full of really cool HTML, and you could literally create a web page within those templates.
Yeah.
But the far more flexible way of doing it, even more flexible than using web pages, is to use WordPress. Because you can literally go into WordPress, you can build an entire page, you can then go and integrate it with Facebook, you can add as many pages as you like, so you're not restricted to just one, you can add as many as you like, and if you ever want to amend or change or anything, you can literally just go back into your WordPress site, you can change what you're doing, you can update it, and it automatically updates on your Facebook page. But going back to the templates, if you want to make a change or amend something on the app that you've already loaded, you have to start all over again.
Right.
So in other words, the templates are a great option. Oh, I haven't turned my Skype off. Let me just turn my Skype off. The templates are a great option for somebody who is really a complete beginner and just wants to get some kind of welcome page up on their fan page.
Right.
But the next step, really, for people who want a far more flexible option and to really be able to create a fantastic page or pages on their Facebook page, is by using WordPress and actually integrating it with Facebook.
Right. Okay. That's understandable. So obviously, let's go for WordPress right now. Having said that, and I've not seen all the videos, bear this in mind. You've probably covered this already. Um, if you just pluck WordPress off the WordPress site and make a WordPress site from, in other words, it's not hosted or connected to any subdomain or anything like that, you are limited insofar as that you can't advertise on it, you can't put links on or affiliate links or things like that.
No, don't go for WordPress.com. Don't go for WordPress.com. You need WordPress.org, which is hosted.
Right, okay, and where's that hosted? Anywhere we like?
Anywhere you like. So you've currently got Chris Farrell hosting, yeah?
Yes, that's right.
Great, no problem at all. All you would do is you would go into your hosting and you've got a couple of options. How many domains have you got on your hosting account?
I think there's about 3 or 4 on there now. I can't remember. I think it's 4, I think.
So you've got a few options. You can either go and create a whole new domain,
yeah,
and then put that in with your hosting, and then upload WordPress to that domain. Okay.
Right. Sorry, I was just going to say I'd have to get a new domain then.
No. Let me give you your options, and then Jared, we'll go through it on screen for you. Okay.
Okay.
So you've got a few options. You can either go and get a new domain, and then you can upload WordPress on that domain if you want to. Okay.
Yeah.
Your second option is to take one of your current domains and create what's called a subdomain. Okay. And then load WordPress on your subdomain. And your third option is to take one of the domains you've already got and create a file, another directory within that domain, and load WordPress into that domain.
Right, okay.
They're your 3 options. Now, just let me ask other people, and if you could just reply by yes on this, how many people would find it useful if Jared quickly went through now how to create a subdomain or how to create a directory on an already existing domain to see how you would upload WordPress. Would you guys find that useful for us to go through with you now? Yes. Great. Jared, are you okay if we just run through that now?
Yeah, you bet. I'd be happy to.
Great. So if I just give you the screen. There's nothing we shouldn't see on your screen at the moment, is there, Jared?
I think we're okay.
Just checking.
Always good to check.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me when you can see my screen.
Yay.
Right. Andy, I'm just going to mute you for a second, okay, so we don't get any echo on this. All right, my love?
Okay, yeah, sure.
No worries.
Can you see my screen okay, Joe?
Yeah, no problem at all.
Okay, so let me go into my hosting here. Okay, so I'm logging into cPanel, which I actually haven't looked at Chris's hosting. I'm assuming he has cPanel, right?
He has a cPanel, yeah.
Excellent. So once you're in cPanel, if you scroll down to where it says domains, right here, you'll find this section right here called subdomains. And it's super, super easy to set up a subdomain. So Andy and everybody else, basically what this is, if you have a domain already, and let's say your domain is yourdomain.com, and you have a website or a blog at that domain name, what we're trying to do is use that domain name without disrupting your website, but be able to still use that domain name without having to register a new one for your iframes. Okay, so we have your main domain name, yourdomain.com, and we're going to come down here to subdomains and click that. And what you'll see over here on the right in this list is you'll see a list of all your different domains. So you would select whichever one you want to use. I'll just use one of them. I'll use this iamkindness.com one. So I can then decide what I want this to be. Maybe I want this to be Jared's iframes. Okay, and so this is what my subdomain is going to be. When I click create here, I've now created a subdomain called jaredsiframes.iamkindness.com. And if I copy that and just go into a new tab here and paste that in, to the address bar, I now have a website set up here. Obviously nothing's there because we haven't put anything on this, but my iamkindness.com website is undisturbed by this. It's still just fine. So it's doing its thing just fine over here. But if I come back to the one we set up now, what I can do is I can go install WordPress on this new subdomain that I set up. Does that make sense so far? Am I explaining that right, Joe?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Guys, does that make sense to you all so far? Can you just put a yes in the box to say, yep, it makes sense? Yep, they're all coming back, yes. Andy, does that make sense to you? Yes, great. Okay, all good. Yep.
So should we install WordPress on that subdomain really quick?
Yep, that'd be great.
Okay, let's do it. So I'm going to go back to the home page of the control panel, and I'm going to scroll down to Fantastico Deluxe right here and click on it. And then I'm going to go to WordPress over here on the left, and I'll click New Installation. And then right here where it says Install on Domain, from this list, I'm going to select the new subdomain that we just created. So we called it jaredsiframes.iamkindness.com. Here it is right there. So if I click on that, perfect. And then I'll choose something here. And now don't all go log in now and make changes to my new WordPress installation. I've had that happen before.
Have you?
Okay, I have. This is just a test site. Okay, and I'll click Install WordPress. Finish installation. Perfect. And now what we can do is, if we go back to that address, or that website in our address bar here, so jaredsiframes.iamkindness.com, now we're seeing that we have WordPress installed. This is the default installation of WordPress right here. You've probably seen this before on your other domains. But now we have it on there, and all we have to do is upload the theme and start going to work on our iframe.
Fantastic. How easy was that, guys? Yeah, and just so you know, if you go to, gosh, I can't remember which, is it iframes 2?
iframes 2.
Yeah, the socialnetworkingacademy.com and click on iframes 2, that's where you'll find our theme. So we've actually created a theme for you, which is specifically sized to Facebook iframe size. Yeah, so all you have to do is download the WordPress theme onto your desktop. Okay, just there where it says click here to download the WordPress theme. And then Jared, could you just go into the dashboard of your new WordPress installation that you just created and just show the guys very quickly how they would then install that theme?
Sure. I better download it first because I'm not sure where I have it on my computer.
Okay. So you would just simply go and download this theme, look guys, onto your desktop. So there it is, SNA iframe simple zip. Leave it as a zip file. You don't need to unzip it or do anything with it. And Jared's now just going into essentially what I like to call the back end of the WordPress site, which on my videos I have to say sometimes sounds incredibly rude when I'm talking about back ends. I said on one of my videos the other day, so just go to your back end.
That's great.
I did have a bit of a giggle, actually.
Okay, so here we are in our back end, and we'll go ahead and click on Appearance and Themes. And this is where we can click Install Themes to install this new theme that we downloaded. So if I move this over just a little bit, you can see I have it as the zip file right there on my desktop. So I'll click Install Themes, and then I'm going to click Upload right here. And then from here I can click Choose File and go to my desktop, and I'm looking for SNA iframes simple. There we go. I'll click Choose and Install Now, and then WordPress will automatically grab that and install it. Now, even though it's installed, it's not activated yet, so you're going to have to click Activate right here. And if you forget that, don't worry, you can always go over to the Appearance and then Themes and find it and activate it right here as well. But you have to activate it. And now it's activated. So we have our subdomain set up on our hosting. We have WordPress installed on it already, and we have our theme already activated on our installation of WordPress. So now all we have to do is create our iframe and then set up our app over at Facebook, and we're good to go.
And if you guys go into socialnetworkingacademy.com iframes week 2, then video 3, I think it is Jared showing you exactly how to create a page with that theme. So video 3 there actually goes step by step through how to use the theme, put in your text and your images and all that kind of stuff, and actually create a page. And then if you click over to iframes 3 that week, then we do actually talk you through how you actually then integrate that page with Facebook. All right, guys, so look, I've got a few questions here, so let me go back and go through some of your questions, okay? And then we can just make sure that you guys are all kind of understanding where we're coming from so far. So let me... oh, by the way, Jared, a few people are wishing you well wishes for being a new dad. Congratulations on Brody.
Thank you very much.
Ozzy says that the scroll bar issue he was having applies to Firefox only. He hopes that makes sense. What you said makes sense, but I'm not sure why your scroll bar issue applies only to Firefox.
I'll have to do some testing on that and just see if I can figure that out, Ozzy. Sorry about that. I don't know. It doesn't. I know how the script works, so it shouldn't be browser specific, but we'll have a look.
Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look. Jane, what do I think of HostGator? Absolutely fine. Not had any problems with it at all, apart from that one small hiccup we had at the actual event where all 80 tried to log in at the same time and the site went down. That's the only issue I've ever had. But other than that, it's been fine. Terry Malloy, Jared, you might be able to answer this. I don't know. Has asked, he's currently with GoDaddy, which uses Plesk, not cPanel. How easy is it to switch to HostGator, he said.
It's actually really easy to switch to HostGator. In fact, if you contact HostGator, let me go and show you this right here. If you go to HostGator.com, they have, up in the upper right-hand corner, they have a live chat. And one of the things they offer to people who are just new to HostGator is they'll actually handle the migration for you. So if you just let them know, hey, I'd really like to switch over from hosting with GoDaddy to hosting with you, could you help me out? And they'll totally help you out for free.
Wow, that's great. That's really good. And I've not had a problem, guys, with HostGator at all. I find it easy to use. I find cPanel incredibly easy to navigate. Yeah, I've just found it very reliable.
Just to second that, Joe, I completely agree. I'm with HostGator now. I actually, for the last 4 or so years, I paid over $200 a month for my hosting to have a dedicated server and all this big fancy stuff. And I've switched over to HostGator because it just didn't make sense to be spending a couple $100 a month on hosting, and it's been great. I haven't had any problems. In fact, I think it's been better. So
yeah, and it cost me $14.95 a month.
Right, can't beat that.
That's it. Okay, Andrea has asked, once you've installed WordPress once, then does every website you create after that have the option of being in WordPress, or do you have to install it every time we create a new site or domain? You have to.
You would use one installation of WordPress per website.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's so easy, Andrea. It's because essentially you're creating your website first. So you're going and getting your domain. If you just kind of think about the order of things, you're going and grabbing your domain, and then you're adding your domain to your hosting. So that essentially becomes your hub that's your sort of main account, if you like. That's where everything goes into that website. Yeah, that's kind of like your storage box. You know, I talk about hosting and FTPs and things being storage boxes. So once you've gone and got your domain, and then you've put it onto your hosting, then all of a sudden that becomes your big storage box, yeah? And then you need to put things in that box. So you're going to have to install WordPress within that box for WordPress to work. But it's so easy because, as you saw them, it takes me about 2 minutes to install WordPress. I just literally go to cPanel, go to Fantastico, install WordPress, and boom, you're away. Okay, so it's very, very easy. Is HostGator a good option for hosting from the UK? Yes, Jane. Doesn't matter where you are. It works absolutely fine. And I've also found the live chat and the support from HostGator to be very good. So whenever I've needed anything or had any issues that I needed to chat with HostGator about, I've always been able to get hold of somebody and get information from them. Jane is asking a completely unrelated question to you, Jared, but I will just throw it out there. She says that she notices you've got Market Samurai in your doc. What do you think of it?
I love Market Samurai. It's an SEO-related tool for keyword research, and it's indispensable to me in my business. I absolutely love it. It's one of, currently I think there are 5 or 6 products or services that I believe in enough that I would actually promote them as an affiliate. I'm kind of picky about what I'll promote, but that's one of them. I absolutely love Market Samurai.
Wow. Oh, we need to have a chat about that then. I've never used it. All right. So, Andy Moore, let me just come and unmute you, my love, and find out whether we have been able to sort of satisfy you and answer your question this evening. I'm just coming back over to you now. Andy, how you doing, love?
Okay, yeah, I'm still here. Don't worry. Sweat pouring from me in cobs, but I'm okay. Now, no, that was fine. That was fine. Thanks a lot for that, Jared. And, congratulations on little guy there. It must be really terrific feeling. I know how you feel. And I told you that game of tennis would do good, work wonders. It worked great, didn't it?
You were right. You were right. That the trampoline worked just perfectly.
You may well laugh at that, but I know a girl who was born about 3 hours after her mother finished playing tennis. But never mind about that. That was many years ago.
So has that cleared things up a bit for you, Andy?
Sorry, say again?
Has that cleared things up a bit for you?
Yeah, it's done great. Yeah, thanks. I'll go through that. As I say, I hadn't gone through all the videos, and I was in a bit of a hurry for one reason or another. That's fine. I'll go through that. Just one question. When you put the WordPress, when you go to add the new domain to your, or add the domain name to the subdomain for WordPress, the name of that WordPress that's going up on to your iframe, when you choose the name, is it sensible to choose the name that's already on your like page, that your like page is called, or are you going to call it? Can you call it anything you like?
Well, Jared, unless there's an SEO implication, it's not going to make any difference what you call it. Is there an SEO implication?
There really isn't at this point. No.
Okay. No.
So basically, I can call it. Sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can call it whatever you like.
Okay, that's fine. And the other thing is, I saw you going through yesterday, I think it was, when you were putting on the with the iframes. You know, you've got your 4 different iframe setups there. You were on about a like button, and it appeared to me that when you set up your like button on that page, that you keep your likes. When you add on the WordPress instead of the domain that you've already got, like your web, once you've made your website and you've got all your likes presumably that you've already got on your like page go across to the iframe, does the same thing happen with the WordPress? Do you still have the same amount of likes that you started with, or do you have to start all over again?
No, it won't affect your likes at all.
So okay, so once you've installed the WordPress, all those likes are still there in your new WordPress, whatever you call it.
No, they're in your fan page.
Right. Okay. So all you're doing basically is attaching that WordPress to your existing fan page, yeah?
Exactly. All it is is another tab, but all of your likes and everything are already stored within your fan page.
Right. Okay. No, I'm getting this more and more now. It's okay. That's understandable now. No, I've got that. It's brilliant.
Fabulous.
No, thank you for that.
All right, Andy, we'll speak very soon, my love.
Yes. Yeah. I want to perhaps at the end, if I or I'll email you. There's one other thing, but it's nothing to do with this. So
Okay.
um, I'll talk later to you. But it's about your other one, 2,000 fans or whatever.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's see how we go for time, and then we'll cover that at the end.
Okay. Sure.
Great.
Thanks.
All right. Just before Lynn Carolay goes, Lynn, gorgeous lady, gorgeous, gorgeous Lynn, by the way. Jared, have you met Lynn? Have you
I
spoken to
have
Lynn?
not met Lynn.
I'm sure Lynn was at Vegas. Didn't you go to Vegas, Lynn? Uh, Anyway, I'm not sure whether Lynn went to Vegas, but Lynn is fantastic. She came to the greatest Facebook show on earth. She's an entrepreneur, very successful entrepreneur, and is just a very, very inspirational lady, actually. Now, Lynn is saying that she has to go. Is this being recorded? Yes, Lynn, we are recording it, just so you know. And Lynn has also asked a question. She was in Vegas. Lynn Jared was in Vegas, so you must have missed each other. There must have been quite a few people there. Lynn said, I haven't watched all the videos yet, but would you be able to discuss and show us how to add keywords stroke meta tags to your WordPress site? That's probably a bit of a bigger subject, is it, Jared?
It probably is, because what you're going to need to do is get a plugin or two and install some plugins. But we'll definitely be covering a lot of this in the Social Networking Academy website, because that's a question that keeps coming up, and it's an important one. So yeah, we'll definitely put some stuff out there here soon, because that's a good question.
Yeah, unbeknownst to Jared, we are actually going to be doing an entire whole SEO, social media SEO course section in the Social Networking Academy site.
Oh, we are. Excellent.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, Jared and I just haven't discussed the details yet.
Am I guessing that the details mean I'm recording those videos?
Yeah, something like that.
I like those details. That's all right.
That's why you love working with me, Jared, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Okay, Andrea Sangster's still a bit confused. Andrea has to WordPress her existing HTML site. Do I delete all the files on the existing domain, then install WordPress, then start creating my new site? I'm confused. God, can you sort of clear that up for her, Jared?
I'm sure I can. I didn't catch all that. Who asked that?
Andrea has asked, does she have to delete all her files on her existing domain, which I'm guessing is an absolute no,
No.
then install WordPress, and then start creating her new site?
I'm guessing what the confusion is this. On WordPress, Andrea, you can only have activated one theme at a time. So if you have a website up using WordPress currently at your domain, and you're sending traffic to that website, you don't want to disrupt that website at all. So what you would want to do instead is leave that alone and do the process we just did here live, where you set up a subdomain on that same domain and do a second installation of WordPress on that subdomain. And then basically it's just like it's its own website then. Because what happens is WordPress only allows you to do the one theme. So when you try to install the Social Networking Academy iframes theme, and once you activate that theme on WordPress, that's going to then mess up your whole existing website. Does that make sense? Because all of a sudden you'll be using the wrong theme on that site. So you want to leave the existing website alone and do a second installation on a subdomain.
Does that make sense, Andrea? She's saying it's currently HTML.
Oh, your website is currently HTML, not WordPress.
Yeah, she's saying the existing site isn't WordPress, it's H. Oh, I've got you. Okay, well, do you want to keep that, Andrea? Can I mute? Have you got a mic, Andrea? Can we unmute you so we can actually speak to you? Let's see if Andrea's got a mic. Hey, Andrea, have you got a mic?
Hi, yeah, can you hear me?
Hello, love, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. I'm confused, terminally and permanently.
No,
but,
that's absolutely fine. So have you got, your website at the moment, is that a website you want to keep?
Well, it's a website that I want to upgrade to WordPress. It's HTML at the moment, and I need to WordPress it. because obviously that's better from visibility on Google. So I don't mind if the HTML stays up there whilst there's another WordPress site knocking about at the same time, but I just don't understand how you could have an HTML site up as well as a WordPress site up.
Let's say
on
your
the same
URL.
domain.
Let's say your URL was andreasangster.com, yeah?
Yeah,
And you've got an HTML site. Am I presuming that what you want is andreasangster.com on a WordPress site?
exactly.
Right. Jared, what's the easiest way for Andrea to migrate? Does she have to completely rebuild in WordPress?
And that's fine. I don't mind completely rebuilding
Well,
because
let me
my
ask
old
you
site's
this.
rubbish.
Do you mind if there's a little bit of downtime? Are you getting traffic to the website right now?
No, not really. I don't mind if there's downtime.
Okay. Well, if you don't mind if there's downtime, it actually is pretty easy to just go through the WordPress installation process while keeping the HTML site live where it is,
Okay.
and it'll work just fine. What'll happen though is when you pull up your domain name after you've done the WordPress installation, by default WordPress will kind of take over. Even though your HTML website is still there, WordPress will show up instead of your main site. And so you'll wanna once you set WordPress up, go into the individual pages of your HTML site and just start copying and pasting content into new pages on WordPress.
Okay.
There isn't a way to just import an HTML website into a WordPress installation, at least not that I'm aware of. But
Yeah,
is
it's
it a
fine.
big
I
website?
don't really want to import it because it was designed a long time ago and it just it's a bit
Oh,
a
okay.
little bit stale now. So
Is it a big website? Or about how many
no,
pages are there?
no. It's only got about 6
Oh,
pages
fantastic.
on it.
You'll be in great shape then. That'll be piece of cake.
Okay, so I just install WordPress on a subdomain, and
You know what? You don't even have to use the subdomain.
okay,
You just install it right there on the main domain.
okay. I've already got some add-on domains on that domain. God, my head hurts. So, will that affect them?
No,
Not
not
at
at
all.
all. No.
Okay.
When you install WordPress on your main domain, it will be installed on that main domain. It won't
Okay,
affect
so that's
the
just
subdomain.
in that box, and an add-on domain is another box. I need to go and do WordPress on that if I need,
It's exactly. It's another
Okay.
box altogether. Now, Andrea, just a quick question for you.
Yeah.
It depends on how long you think it's going to take you to build your new website within WordPress. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you want minimal downtime,
Yeah.
and Jared, just tell me if I'm barking up the wrong tree here, but what I would advise is to set up WordPress on a subdomain that you're not currently using.
Yeah.
Design all your website within that WordPress site, and then
Yeah.
when you're ready to go, install WordPress on your main domain, and
Yeah.
then you can import everything from the WordPress site that you've just built on your subdomain into the WordPress site on your main domain. Is that correct, Jared?
That is correct. Yep, and it's actually really easy to do.
That's what we call a cunning plan.
That's a good plan.
Yeah. Excellent.
When you're ready, all you'll do is over here, just to show you, and you don't try to remember it, but just to show you where it is. Under Tools, you can go in and click Export. So on your temporary one that Joe just mentioned, you just click Export, and then you would say Everything and Download, and that would then download a file to your desktop.
Okay.
And then you would go into your main domain where you want it to be, and you'd click Import, and then you'd import that file, and you'd be good to go.
Cool. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
Does that make sense, Andrea? Is that clear? Are you clear
Yes.
on that? Have you got, or
Yes,
is there...
surprisingly, yes.
Fabulous, good. As long as that's what I want to get to. I want to get to where you are clear. That's great, lovely. All right, well, love. Look,
Thank you very much.
When you're doing it, if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to go over and stick them on the fan page. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks,
All right.
then. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Andrea.
Okay.
You take care, sweetie. Speak to you soon.
Okay, see you then. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, Jane is asking, what does she mean by add-on domains? How do we explain that one?
Add-on domains here's the best way, I think, probably. When you have a hosting account, usually, I shouldn't say usually, but as even just 5 years ago, when you had a website, you needed a new hosting account for each website. And so if you were setting up a new website, you'd go out, register a whole new hosting account. Well, what HostGator and other hosts do now is they say things like, for example, with HostGator, they'll say you can have unlimited domains with just one hosting account. And basically what happens is within your control panel, you can click on a button that says add-on domain, and it lets you have a whole new website on your same hosting account. So you have your main domain name that you're using for with your hosting account, and then you can add multiple other domain names to that same hosting account, even though they're completely separate websites. Does that make sense?
Makes sense to me. How does that sound to you, Jane? Yeah, she sounds good. That's it. That's what she needs. Happy days. Good. Excellent. All right, Mafani, lovely lady. Will I have to take out the template set up previously to use the iframe, or will it be automatically be replaced when uploading with the new iframes? Mafani, whatever tabs that you have created on your page will remain. If you go and set up new iframe tabs now, it will simply show up on your fan page as new tabs. Yeah? So, and you can have, unlimited tabs. I don't know if that's a good question actually, whether you can have unlimited tabs, but more tabs than you'll need. Yeah? So, whenever you set up a new iframe tab, that will just be added to your page. And if you ever actually want to get rid of any one of your iframe tabs, you'll actually physically need to go into Edit Page, go to the applications, go to the specific iframe that you want to get rid of, and actually click Remove. That's the only way you will actually get rid of it. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Finally, just say yes in the box if it makes sense to you, my love. And if no, then ask more questions and we'll come back to you. And then Dawn Kent asked one. Dawn asked, when you like a fan page through your Facebook page, does it keep a record of which ones you have liked somewhere on your Facebook page? Yes, it does. Within your... I'm just going to take the screen back a second, Jared.
Yep.
So I can show where. Okay. So within here, the Social Networking Academy, if I go to Edit Page... Okay, and that is going to take me through to here, and I'm going to Featured. That's where I want to go. I want to go to Featured. And you have liked 5 pages, it says there. And I can click on Add Featured Likes, and that's now going to start to show me all the different pages that I've liked. Yep, so I can click on these if I want to actually have them featured down the left-hand side of my fan page and show other people the pages that I like. But if I click on Edit Featured Likes, then it will start to show me all the pages that I have liked. But what I particularly like about liking pages as your page is when you go into your page, and this is this is just fabulous. I love this. If I switch to the Social Networking Academy, and then go into Home, yeah, then of course what's happening then is I'm seeing all the news feeds from all the pages that I've liked. So whatever list I've got, the fact is as soon as I sign in as my page and then go to my home page where my news feeds are, then I'm going to see all the latest updates from all the pages that I've liked. So I'm always going to be able to go. And do you know what, guys, can I just really, really digress a minute? This is the power of this new questions tab. Look at this, okay? This is the new questions tab that I put up today. I put up a question about, what do you tend to react to the most? 84 votes it's had. It was only put up a few hours ago, 4 hours ago, look. It's had 84 votes. I just think that's really, really good. And it's going to, affect people coming and seeing your page and liking your page and stuff like that. Anyway. So let me just see. Eileen's got to go. Mafani said yes, that makes sense. Fantastic. Eileen's got to go. Cheerio, Eileen. See you again soon, my love. How Jane's Pet said, how come you guys are doing so fab with GoToWebinars on Macs? When I tried, I was told Macs weren't well supported. I'll come back to that in a second, Jane. So anyway, guys, so I hope that that's answered your question, that yes, you can see your likes, and also you can obviously go in and see the actual news feeds from all the pages that you like as well, which of course is very, very funky. Good. All right, other questions? Okay, so Jane has said, how come you're doing fabs with GoToWebinars on Macs? Oh, Jane, you know what, love? When I first started doing my webinars, I couldn't even figure out how to turn them off. And my very first webinar, I was actually spent about 20 minutes at the end of the webinar giggling my head off because I actually couldn't turn the webinar off, and there were at least 40 or 50 people still on the call as it was going, and all they could hear me doing was laughing and saying, I can't turn it off. So practice, really, is the only thing I can tell you about. But yes, webinars, yeah, you can do them on Macs. There's certain things that aren't supported. I can't save the chat log, the question log, for instance. I have to get somebody on a PC to do that, and you can't record directly from GoToWebinar, unfortunately, on a Mac. You have to actually record using some kind of screencasting kit. Guys, okay, where are we up to? We've got 10 minutes left, so who's got some more questions? Put your hand up or type them in the question box. That's what we're here for tonight, to answer your questions. Who's got a question or a story or just something they'd like to share? Ozzy, just so you know, Ozzy and Carol, Jared will have a look at that. He'll get your URL and try and figure out why you've still got scroll bars. No idea why that shouldn't be working in Firefox at all. Has nobody else got any questions? Gosh, is this going to be one of those webinars that I actually finish ahead of time? Come on, guys.
Have you done that before?
No, never. No. Never, ever, ever. Jane's got one about etiquette. Okay. Do you want me to unmute you, Jane? Where are you? Jane. Oh, Mafani's got a hand up as well. She's got a question. Fabulous. Let's go and, oh, hold on a second. Here we go. Jane can't. Mafani wants to know how to unlike someone from a page. Yep, okay. Jane. Carol and Ozzy said, thanks very much, Jared, but do also make sure you spend time with your family. Forget it, Ozzy. We've got too much work to do, and I'm sorry, newborn baby. Or no, I'm only joking. I'm always nagging him to go and make sure he's spending time with his family. All right, let's unmute Jane for a second there and find out what Jane's question is. Hello, Jane.
Can you hear me?
Only just.
Can you hear me? I've got my headphones on.
That's better. That's better. I can hear you
now. Is that better? Can you hear me, Mother? Right. My question is that MrsConfused.com is getting paranoid. You know, whenever you get an application and it says, this application would like to take over all your being on Facebook, and it wants to know all your people, and it wants to see you even when you're not there, and it frightens the living daylights out of me. I don't know how much you can actually trust all these apps not to spam people, take all your stuff. I mean, is it just the language that's frightening, or do you have to be really, really careful what you use and what you don't use?
I do think you have to be careful, actually, Jane. I do. I, unfortunately, fell foul of a dodgy app that I signed up for, and all of a sudden, all of my friends on Facebook were getting showered with messages telling them, I can't even remember what it was now, but I think that it was telling them to go and register for the new messages system or a Facebook email address or something. And it was sending them to a link, which they had to do a contest, and it was just awful. And I spent hours. I spent hours going to everybody's walls and everything, putting messages on there saying, I'm really sorry, this isn't me, this isn't me, this isn't me. So I do think you have to be careful. And I would very definitely, if you've got an app that you think looks good, go to the app wall before you load it, agree it, allow it. All apps will have their own wall. So go and see whether there's other people on the wall, see whether there's lots and lots of likes, whether there's lots of monthly users, whether it's an active application, and whether people are saying good things and all that kind of stuff before you allow apps, would be my advice.
Good thinking. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
because I think the problem is many people just click allow because the app says it's right up there in your face. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
always go and research that app. You can go into the search bar up here, and you can go and check out the app and go and see their wall and all that kind of stuff and see how many people are using it. And I would suggest that because people can really just create apps willy-nilly, that you would go and do that first just to cover yourself, because apps
Yeah.
can actually get when they say please allow us to get your information, they do actually get your information. There is a way when an app says please allow
Yeah.
us to have all your information, they can create a page which allows them to actually gather that information so they can get your email address and stuff like that. So you want to be, you just want to be a little bit mindful. I mean, I love Facebook, and I know there's always lots and lots of discussion over the privacy issues.
Yeah.
But you probably do just want to be a little bit mindful. And I know that Facebook are actually looking into getting rid of that. They're looking into getting rid of that that actual allow bit and gathering people's information and making apps just sort of, I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but I was reading an article the other day about them talking about getting rid of that.
So anyone can create an app, and it's not as closely monitored as Apple do their apps and stuff before they appear in the App Store.
I would say no. I mean, I don't really use the Apple apps that much. Jared, I don't know if you've got an opinion on this, but I would say that really, because we're showing you essentially how to go and upload iframes, and we're showing you how to create an app ID, and all you've got to do to sort of create your app is go one step further than that and actually code it and all the rest of it, and boom, you've kind of created an app.
Yep, Apple is really, really, they review every single app before they push it live on the App Store and say yay or nay. And so, yeah, it's not like that at all. With Facebook, anybody can go create an app.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
So, but I would say the majority of them are fine. The majority of them are probably fine. It's just always that little bad element, isn't it? That bad minority that kind of ruin it for the majority. So the best thing is, Jane, is just do your due diligence. Just go and make sure that the app looks kosher and that people are using it and that there's lots of activity on the page. And then you'll probably, and most people that create apps as well, just so you know, don't even realise they can actually gather people's information.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's really quite a feat. You have to be a real coder to go and create all the pages and everything you need to actually get people's information. So most amateurs that create apps don't even realise and just have it out there, like us.
I trust you guys. That's fantastic. Thanks ever so much, Jo.
No problem, Jane. Lovely to speak to you, my love.
You too, darling.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Jane, lovely personality, Jared. Really bubbly and bouncy, and in pain most of the time as well, but still lovely and bouncy and bubbly. Mafani, very quickly, we got 5 minutes probably to go. Mafani just said, can you show me how to unlike someone from a page? Yeah, there's all sorts of ways to unlike somebody from a page, actually. You can block people, remove people, do all sorts of things to people. So let's go and find someone. Okay, who don't we like on my page? Oh, don't we? Here's Barnsley. Let's get rid of her. No, okay. Oh, gosh. Have any of you guys posted on here today? I can go and get rid of you. No. Oh, there's Andy. Okay. Andy, I'm just going to use you as an example, but I'm not actually going to get rid of you. But look, let's say here's Andy, and you don't like him on your page. Click this little button over here, and you can remove his post. You can also remove the post and completely ban him from your page, okay? So instantly he now becomes unliked, gone, finite. Or you can just choose to hide his post, or you can report him as abusive, okay? But if you absolutely, Mafani, want to get rid of somebody, if they are on your page and they're posting stuff you don't like, ban them. Get rid of them. Completely ban them from your site. I hope that answers your question. Okay, do they get told they've been banned? No, I don't think they do, actually, Jane. I don't think they do. I think they're just gone. That's it. I suppose next time they try and post, they won't be able to because now they're not part of the page anymore. And Actually, that's a really good question, Jane. I'm going to look into that. I'm writing that down right now because I don't know what happens if they come back to try and like the page again, which I would like to know. So I'm just writing that down now. Okay, because I would like to find that out. So that's why I love doing these webinars and stuff, because you get asked, don't I say to you guys, the best way to learn is to teach, because you get asked questions that you haven't thought of before, and then you go away and investigate them, and all of a sudden, boom, you've learned something new. Great, love it. Okay. No, I don't think they're blacklisted by Facebook, Dawn, unless you actually report them as abusive. If you report them as abusive, then I think they'll start to come into problems. But if you just simply ban them from your page, then no. Okay. And Andrea says that she has a client who says his profile is still in the old format. Should everyone? Yes, as far as I know, Andrea, everybody should be on the new format by now. So that's it. Can't answer that one at the moment. Not sure. Oh, Andy says that one bloke asked him why he had banned him. So maybe you do. Yeah, maybe you do. I'll look into that, guys. I'll investigate that for you. Okay, and I'll come back to you on that one. Terry is asking whether there's a Friday teaser. Who's coming to the webinar on Friday? God, I tell you what, guys, can I share something with you? I am so nervous. Aren't I, Jared? Did I actually be confessing that? Gosh, I don't know. I suppose we've just planned it for so long, and put so much into it and everything. I'm not sure whether I'm nervous, exhausted. I'm not sure, excited, apprehensive. I think one of the things is the launch. I was talking to Rhett the other day, and of course all you guys know Rhett very well now for the event. But I was chatting with Rhett the other night, and I was saying to him, the fact is that the launch is only such a small part. I'm getting myself all worked up over the launch, and the Social Networking Academy for both Jared and I is such a long-term project, isn't it, Jared?
Yeah. Yep.
This is just the beginning, and it's our goal to make the Social Networking Academy the best social media resource online. I really have got big ambitions for this. So the launch is just a small part of that, because this is such a long-term project, and yet I'm really excited, and I'm also just nervous, and my stomach's churning and all that kind of stuff, But hey, I tell you what, shall I give you a really, really sneak preview? Shall I? Oh, before I do, if you say yes, before I do, just let me announce this to you all, just in case some of you have to go. We have sent the DVDs of the event off to the distribution house. Okay, they've gone. They've been recorded. They've been edited. Nothing's been edited out, but they've just been made to look a bit nicer. And they've all gone off to the distribution house. So it's out of my hands now. All your addresses have been sent off, everything. And so you should be receiving the DVDs really, really soon. I will chase it up with Rhett because he was organising all of that. But I know that the DVDs have gone and all of that kind of stuff. So you should be. I'm so sorry it's taken so long. I had absolutely no idea it would take this kind of time. We came away from the event, we sent the DVDs back to the video guy. He had to go through and edit them. Then the DVDs had to go off to be done something with, to be burnt or whatever. Then they were sent back to us. Then they had to go and be sent off to the distribution house. It's just taken absolutely ages, so my apologies. But hopefully they should be with you really, really soon. So thank you so much for your patience. Okay, I'm going to really, really give you... Andy's put, do we really have to go through all that again? Do you know what? I wish you wouldn't. I cringe every time somebody tags me in a photo. I'm serious, I'm telling you. This summer, it's going 3 stone. It's coming off. Anyway, I'm going to give it... Jared and I have been working on the membership site this evening, and I've been working on all the pages and things like that. So it's still not 100% complete, but I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek. Okay, but you're not allowed to do no screenshots. Put the screenshots away, ladies and gentlemen, because this is for Friday. Okay, so I'm trusting you here. Okay, so here we have the Social Networking Academy. Okay, which you guys will all recognise because Never thought of that. Bugger, I gave them an idea, didn't I? Jane, put your screenshots away. Now, it's not complete yet. Jared and I are furiously working to get everything complete, and probably will continue to be working all through the launch week, actually, just to get absolutely everything completely done. But then, to be honest with you, we're going to be working for the next 2 years. I don't think it's ever going to be complete, is it, Jared? We've just got more and more stuff that we want to pile into it. So, but basically, very quickly, you've got Facebook. So we've got a whole section on Facebook basics. There's, I think, gosh, 30-odd videos all about sort of Facebook basics, which a lot of you will know, but there's some good stuff in there about various bits and pieces. All of the pages stuff from free videos is in there, so you guys have all got access to that straight within this site, so you don't have to keep going over to the free videos site with all of the templates and all that kind of stuff. Okay, there's one tab missing there, which is Facebook marketing. It's about 30 videos, which supersedes the 2,000 fans course, and is the latest updates on all the Facebook marketing strategies that you guys should be using. Here is Facebook Marketing Advanced, which is actually a 35-strong course on Facebook ads. So I take you all the way through the Facebook ads, and you look over my shoulder and we go through tweaking the ads and the body copy and the images and how not to lose your shirt, and I experiment with sponsored stories, I experiment with CPM, all that kind of stuff, so that's quite fun. Facebook Technical as well, I take you through all the different plugins. So we've got the like buttons, the activity stream, the recommendations, comments. That's not complete yet. We've got the registration boxes to go on here and more advanced like box stuff, which is going to blow your mind if you want to get really technical. Facebook monetization I'm going to come back to because that links in with the 90-day coaching program. Then we've got YouTube courses on here as well. For those of you who don't know, before I started dabbling in Facebook, I was actually doing, I was messing around in YouTube. So I've gone back and refreshed everything on YouTube, and I've done a YouTube's basics course. So basically everything you need to know about how to make movies and edit movies, iMovie, ScreenFlow, Camtasia, Jing, editing the video, exporting, you know, using compressing and getting it in YouTube. And then I go through YouTube channels. So I show you how to actually go into YouTube, configure your channel, get some backgrounds for your channel, create playlists, stuff like that. These guys we're just uploading at the moment, so there's nothing in it at the moment, but I go through all YouTube analytics and how you can use other people's analytics to boost your own videos, how to integrate YouTube with Facebook and optimize that. A whole YouTube marketing course, which is about 20 videos, I think it was. All the different ways you can market, also YouTube SEO, so basically how to get your video to the top of Google, and then all the different ways to monetize YouTube as well. So that's all in there as well. I've got my business startup course in there. So we've got Start a Business in 21 Days, and that's all my resources of my 21-day business course, which goes through business plans and goal setting and visions and market research and all that kind of stuff. So we've just got days in there, but we might change that so it actually says what each day is about. There's 21 days there, plus I'm going to put my ebook that I wrote in there as well, so that's not in there yet. We've got my expert interviews so far, but what I'm also going to be doing is interviewing an expert every single month, and I've got a whole load lined up for next weekend at Mark Anastasi's event. We got hold of a load of the guys that are speaking there. We emailed them and asked them if I could sit and interview them, and 3 or 4 of them come back and said yes. So I'm going to get a whole load next week, which is really cool. So I'm going to be doing expert interviews, and they're going to be primarily about how people are using. So can you hear in my voice how kind of excited and I'm trying to stay calm, but whenever I speak about it, my heart races because there's just so much I want to do with it, and I'm just so excited about it. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to be doing an interview, and every interview is going to be about how experts are using social media to drive their business. So I'm really excited about that. Plus, in Secrets of Success, we haven't uploaded it yet, but I've also got some courses on, if any of you came to my 3 Steps to True Wealth webinar, I've also got some courses on focus. I've got some courses on getting beyond fear. And I've got some courses on sort of I've kind of gone the whole Nick to Tony Robbins stuff really, and done a short course just on how powerful we are and how to use our power within. And I'm probably going to grab Carol and Ozzy at some point and get them to put something in here as well, because they're really into all the personal development stuff, and it's very important, all of that stuff, guys, because it's all good and well having all the tools and knowing what you need, but it's really important that you have the mindset as well to succeed. And one of the things I want to do with this site, as far as I possibly can, is try and hold the members as accountable as I possibly can, because I do think that's an area that's really missing in most courses and sites online today. It's that real kind of making you guys accountable, so you feel like you really do need to get out there and do this, you know. And so there's a lot of mindset stuff as well that's going to be uploaded before, probably over the next week, and then ongoing, okay? Then we've got any weekly coaching calls we do, any webinars we do, they're all going to be in here. Okay, that's through to my YouTube channel. And I'm starting a TV show in the next couple of weeks called the Social Networking Academy TV. So every week I'm going to be doing a little TV show, and that's going to go in here. And then the kind of humdinger, I suppose, to launch is the 90-day coaching program. Now, this isn't totally uploaded. Let me just go on to that. So here we've got, in week 1, we're going through your business, we're looking at your niche, we're looking at market research, keyword research, making sure that you've got all of the research done for your niche, you know who your customers are, all that kind of stuff. Now, the idea is that the 90-day coaching program is very practical. So at the end of each section, in the end of each module, I really want you guys to be at a point where you know what you're doing, you know where you're going, you've got that bit kind of down, and you're moving on to the next step. So we are going to have, although I go through these weeks here, we are actually, it's probably going to go on a bit longer than 3 months, because we are going to have the odd week where it's just going to be catch-up week. It's going to be like, okay, everybody take a breather. We've done a lot of work. Now it's time to just kind of chill and have a breather and, catch up and all the rest of it, because I want people to be able to keep up and to actually, do this stuff. I don't just want it to be one of those courses where you just watch the videos and go away. I want you to be able to actually do it. So every week we go through your massive action plan. We go through the summary, your checklist, and your massive action plan for that week and the following week, etc. I'm going way over here, so I'll keep it really brief now. Week 2, we are going through the power of free and all your compelling offer, that kind of stuff. How to create your compelling offer. We're going through compelling offer case studies, all that kind of stuff. Week 3, we're actually creating your compelling offer. So we're actually going to be going through and looking at whether you want to do it through ebooks or videos or webinars or consulting or whatever. And so over these 2 weeks, we're really going to spend a lot of time creating, working out what your compelling offer is going to be, making it really compelling, and then creating it. Week 4, we're going to look at your autoresponders. We're going to do a review of autoresponders, look at why lists are important, look at the web forms. The follow-up flow is an absolute what's the name. It gets all of us. We never know what content should we put in, how often should we send emails, when should we send the emails, how do we keep people interested, how do we keep people engaged, all of that kind of stuff. So we're going to be going through all of that on week 4. Then weeks 5 right through to week 8, excuse me, I just hiccuped, is all about positioning and driving traffic. So we've got 4 whole weeks on really trying to get you or your site into a position of authority and driving traffic to it, okay? So all through those 4 weeks, we'll be doing webinars and videos and coaching calls and stuff all about driving traffic. We'll be going through different traffic techniques, going through different ways to get your site to be seen as an authority, and really trying to push traffic and start to build your list in these 4 weeks here. Okay? Then weeks 9 and 10, we're going through creating a product and affiliating for a product. So we'll go through, and I want to get you guys to actually create a product. It may not be your be-all and end-all, all singing, all dancing product, but I want you guys to actually have something. It might just be a report. It might be 3 videos. It might be something really small, but you will have a product to sell by the end of week 9 or 10, whether it's your own or an affiliate product. And then in weeks 11 and 12, we'll then actually be going through the conversion engine and getting you guys to a point where you're actually selling. And that is the whole goal, that we get to the end of the 90 days and each and every one of you are actually selling. Now, you may only be selling something for $7. Yeah, it may be something really small, it may be a report or whatever, but the fact is, if I can take you over 90 days through the whole process and get you to a point where you're actually making sales, even on something small, you can replicate that process on something bigger. Yeah, so that is the idea between the 90-day coaching program. There's no comments on that whatsoever, so I'm really hoping that you guys think that's exciting. Is anybody else as excited as I am about this?
I am.
Are you excited, Jared?
I'm excited.
Everybody else has gone quiet.
Well, no, poor Jane posted that she fainted, so that's why we're not hearing from her.
And then we've got obviously the WordPress theme, which is going in there, which is the iframe template with lots of kind of the plugins, the sort of tick boxes and everything to make that really easy for you with templates and all that kind of stuff. So that's all in there as well. And really, that is just the beginning, isn't it, Jared? We're going to be adding, over the next few months, we're going to be adding LinkedIn. So where you see all this Facebook stuff here and YouTube stuff here, LinkedIn is going to be going in there as well, and Twitter. So they're going to be kind of our main ones. And also there's going to be a section going in here all about social bookmarking and all of that kind of stuff. And I really think the other thing that I want to kind of say, but I don't think I can really say hugely publicly on my launch or anything, is I buy most of the courses online. And I suppose what I'm trying to say to people is, like for instance, I don't want to sort of, badmouth anybody, but I bought a course recently which is $97 a month, and it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be Facebook. That's it, $97 a month, and you know everything about Facebook. And the product is really, really bad. Yeah, it's really appalling. And this site isn't going to be anything like that amount of money every month. And I suppose I just want to say to people that I'm going to go out and get these courses, and then I'm going to, have a look at what's in them, and then I'm going to make sure that my course covers everything. So I kind of want to make it so that people don't really have to go anywhere else, that everything they need is all within the Social Networking Academy. So that's what it is. It's just going to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow over the next couple of years. And as I said, we just want to make it, the sort of best resource for social media and social networking and everything online. And that's where it is. So there we go. Jared, have you got anything to add?
No, just I saw Don's question there about will there be anything else in there about how to work with WordPress, and there actually will be a bunch, Don, because there's some really great things you can do in social media with WordPress. The theme that Joe was just talking about is actually going to be a much upgraded version of the free one that we just gave out to everybody that we were talking about earlier in the call. It's got some pretty cool advanced features in there, and beyond that, there's some good strategies. So yeah, over the next, months and years, there's going to be a lot of really good stuff added related to that. But I'm super excited. It's going to be really, really good, really great.
Yeah, and from my point of view, really, guys, I've just got so much I want to share, and I'm just going to be able to put it all in one place. It's as simple as that. I've just got so many courses that I want to do. When I did the research at the end of last year, everybody had so many courses they wanted to learn about, and I wrote them all down. And I said to Rhett, I said, I'm going to be doing product launches for the rest of my life unless I can figure out a way of putting it all in one place. So this is my way of putting it all in one place. So, guys, that's it. There's no affiliate program for the launch because I decided to do an internal launch, and it's my first product launch, obviously, so I decided not to go down the whole affiliate and JV route and all the rest of it. I just wanted to do a launch and see how it went. But there will be affiliate programs for the site once it is up and running, guys. So please still come on Friday, though. Don't think you've heard it all. I really would like to have you guys there on Friday, because I will be doing a very, very special offer on Friday. You see me doing my sales pitch on Friday. You know how they do their sales pitches? These go, and you get this and this and this, and I'll be going, and now I'm going to be doing a very, very special offer. So I will be doing a very special offer on Friday, guys. So I would love to see you there. And when I say special offer, it is an absolute, seriously, a really, really humdinger of an offer. I mean, I agonised it over a bit, didn't I, Jared? You know, should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? Da da da. I absolutely, you know, really, I just wanted to have the best opening I possibly could with it, you know. And so I'm making an offer which just is fantastic. So I can't wait to see you all on Friday. Anyway, guys, I didn't mean to go into that in so much detail. I'm sorry, I did get a bit carried away there. It's 10:15, so it is time. I'll let you all go now. Ken Meakin, it'll be at 6:30 p.m. on Friday evening for us in the UK, and the launch actually goes live at 7. Okay. So, guys, I hope we've answered some of your questions tonight and that you have enjoyed this evening's session. Have you guys got a bit out of tonight? Have you enjoyed this evening so far? Jane, bless you. You're off the floor now, are you, Jane? You're back on your feet. Fantastic, good. Terry, glad you could make it. Sorry about the confusion. Carol and Ozzy, wonderful as always. Thank you for your patience with me over the last week. Rosemary, lovely to see you, my darling, all the way from Ireland. Dawn, thank you very much. Susanna, wonderful, thank you so much. Andrea, lovely to see you. Andy, you're a star. Andy's got one more question. Okay, guys, listen, you guys go. It's getting late now. We'll answer Andy's question, but if any of you guys do need to get off now, then obviously you go, because we have finished, but we will answer Andy's question before we get off. And Adrienne, bless you. Are you all right, Adrienne? Haven't heard from you all evening. Are you okay? Are you still out there, darling? Andy, what's your question? Where are you? Hold on, let me unmute you. Hey, Andy, how you doing?
Hey, yeah, I'm fine, thanks. That sounds fantastic, Joe. That's brilliant. I'm really looking forward to that. In light of what you've just said and what is coming along, do you and Jared think that there's any point in working till 1 or 2 in the morning, like I have been, on what we have existing? Is there any point in going any further with what we've got, with what's coming? Because it's possible. Is it going to be changing that much if we build something now, so to speak?
Okay, so what you're saying is you've already got a project ongoing, and you're wondering whether you should carry on or wait until the course starts.
Yeah, basically what I'm saying is, going that week of last week, should we say, the social network last week with the iframes and WordPress and all that business. Is there any point in carrying on with that now, in light of what's going to be coming along from next week or the week after or whenever?
Andy, I don't think there would be any harm at all in you going and figuring out how to load WordPress and use the theme and load an iframe and get some practice and know what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, the more you know now, then the more understanding you're going to have when we get down to it.
Right. Okay. So I was just concerned that if I do something, it's all going to be changed about, sort of thing. But as you say, the more we learn, the more we can change it as we go along.
I was going to say, we may sorry, let me get my teeth in. We may well end up changing it. Yeah, so we may look at your compelling offer and decide it's not good enough, or we want to make it more compelling. We may think, we want to redo things and change. But if you've learned by then and you're really proficient in, creating a page and uploading it to Facebook and getting it on there, then what would take you a couple of days or 2 or 3 days when we do it over the course may only take you an hour when we do it, because you've practiced it and had a go and all the rest of it.
Yeah, okay, right, fine. That's all I want to know. Yeah, brilliant.
All right, and 2,000 fans in 27 days, by the way, is still incredibly relevant. So many people ask me that, and 2,000 fans in 27 days is about driving traffic. It's not about creating pages. And so Facebook may have changed the layouts, and they may have changed the pages, and they may have changed all of this, but everything within 2,000 fans is all about driving traffic. And I talk about webinars, and I talk about events, and I talk about tagging, and I talk about sharing content and all that kind of stuff. And it's all incredibly relevant. So if you've got 2,000 fans, don't hesitate to watch it, because everything I cover in 2,000 fans, I'll be skimming over in the 90-day coaching program and going into some of those points a lot more specifically. And so again, it would be good for you to already have some of that knowledge.
Okay, right. Yep, I'll have a look at that. I was going to ask you a question about 2,000 fans actually, because I got another web domain. I bought another web domain and tried to put it onto that, and did succeed in putting on that, but then it disappeared for some reason from my FTP FileZilla thing. My main domain. But so whilst we were talking just now, whilst you were talking, I went to 2,000 fans, which I'd done a Bitly thing on it for Twitter some time ago, and it suddenly appeared, and I looked at it, and it went through to ClickBank, and it came up with my ClickBank ID. So obviously it's an affiliate program with my ClickBank ID in it, but it didn't come up with my domain name. It came up with your 2,000 fans in 27days.com.
Oh, it will do. Yeah, it will do.
Right. So all I need to do is put to get that shown is keep it as 2,000 fans in 27days.com. I don't have to change it at all to anything else, because it seems as though it's got my affiliate ID in already.
Yeah, if your affiliate ID is within your Bitly link, it will go to 2,000 fans in 27days.com, because that's what it does, but your affiliate link will have been cookied with ClickBank.
Right, okay, yeah, I'm with you, because I put it in without the Bitly link, and it still came up with my affiliate link as well, so...
Oh, did it?
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, it did.
You must be cookied. That must be why. So, yeah, you do want to make sure that you've got your affiliate link, though, so when people do link through that particular link, and then they go to the 2,000 fans page, it has got your affiliate link attached to it.
Yeah, okay, so each time I put it out, I'll just check to make sure that it's still in there.
Yeah.
And the way to test it, Andy, would be to test it from somebody else's computer that hasn't already been there. Because it could be that ClickBank's remembering that your computer was there already through that affiliate link, and so that's what Joe's saying. It's remembering in a cookie that you were there. So the way to test it would go to somebody else's computer, probably.
Yeah, okay then. All right, I'll do that, yeah. Excellent.
Good point. Great. All right, Andy, I will speak to you very soon, my love.
Yeah, great. Thanks a lot for your help. Hey? It's been absolutely excellent tonight. It's cleared up a lot of stuff.
Thanks, Andy. That's great to know. Thank you.
No, thank you, and thank you, Jared, and all the best with you and the little one.
Thank you very much, Andy. Great to speak with you.
Okay, good luck.
See you later, love.
All right.
Okay, and last but not least, Andrea Sangster has just completely and utterly jogged my memory banks, because I totally forgot. Yes, Andrea, I do have the audio files from the VIP day somewhere on my computer, so I will dig those out, and do you know what? I'm going to have to put my hands up here. I completely and utterly forgot. So I will dig those out, my love, and I will get them on the VIP group and get them distributed to you guys. All right, guys. Look, thank you so much for your time. It's been wonderful to speak to you all this evening. I've really enjoyed it, and thank you for allowing me to indulge myself in the Social Networking Academy this evening. That gave me a little bit of a practice before Friday, so thank you for that. Okay, guys, you all take care. And have a great evening, whatever you're doing. And I look forward to speaking to you very soon. I look forward to seeing you guys on the launch. I look forward to some of you becoming part of the Social Networking Academy community. And I look forward to, we'll do another follow-up webinar in a few weeks' time, or a couple of weeks' time, to see how you all are going. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you soon. Cheerio.